Katy Perry's new album 143, released on September 20, 2024, was supposed to be her big comeback, but things didn't go exactly as planned. After a 4-year break from music, following her 2020 album Smile, Katy had mostly been focusing on being a judge on American Idol. The album was named after the pager code for I Love You, reflecting a throwback to the 90s. Each number for 143 just counts the letters of each word, 1 for I, 4 for love, and 3 for you. She also explained that the album title is her symbolic angel number on her Zane Lowe interview.
It's called 143. I mean, it's kind of obvious to my fans, but to the world that may not be watching as closely as them, it's called 143 because it's my angel number.
Yeah.
It's my symbol, it's my sign.
With the album, Katy wanted to bring that nostalgic summer vibe, full of joy and energy, even though it was released after the summer was over. In a live stream on July 10, she described it as a high-energy dance party and even had a family dance session to one of the songs.
I finally made the dance album, the album that I always wanted to make. It's very high BPM. We just had like a family dance party to one of the songs.
She hyped it up to be a big, feel-good album, produced by Max Martin, Dr. Luke, and Stargate, who produced all of her earlier hits. The album also featured collaborations with Kim Petras, J.I.D., 21 Savage, and Doechii, but the buzz turned sour pretty quickly. The first major stumble came with her lead single Woman's World, released on July 11, 2024. Katy was trying to deliver a female empowerment anthem, but the critics and public weren't having it. The Guardian gave it a harsh 1-star review, calling it a dated attempt at a feminist anthem that failed to deliver the satire it was going for. Pitchfork went harder, labeling the song a monumental catastrophe and slamming the feminist message as nothing more than a Google search result. The music video didn't help things either, getting dragged for being a shallow representation of feminism. Katy later claimed it was supposed to be satire on the behind-the-scenes video, but the damage was already done. The song peaked at a low number 63 on the Billboard Hot 100, spending just 1 week on the chart before vanishing, making it a brutal flop. Things didn't get better with the second single, Lifetimes, dropped on August 8, 2024. The music video revealed the track list for 143, but Katy found herself in hot water again, accused of trespassing on ecological protected dunes in Spain while shooting the video. Local authorities even launched an investigation, claiming her production company didn't get the proper permits. Another controversy dragging down the rollout. By the time she released the single I'm His and He's Mine, featuring Doechii on September 13, 2024, the hype for the album was already dying down. One of the few bright spots in the album's cycle was Katy's performance at the 2024 MTV Video Music Awards, where she was honored with the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. She performed a medley of her greatest hits and reminded everyone why she is a pop icon. It sparked some excitement for 143, but the excitement was short-lived. When the album finally dropped, critics didn't hold back. Variety went after Katy hard, saying 143 strips away the remnants of the perky personality. They didn't mince words, calling the album set up to fail, especially with her decision to continue working with Dr. Luke, who is still dealing with sexual harassment allegations from Kesha. Katy tried to dodge the controversy in her interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast, but her non-answer felt political.
I understand that it started a lot of conversations, and he was one of many collaborators that I collaborated with, but the reality is it comes from me. The truth is I wrote these songs from my experience of my whole life going through this metamorphosis. And he was one of the people to help facilitate all that. One of the writers, one of the producers.
143 is an 11-track album that clocks in at 33 minutes. I like this new trend of short albums. Some of the best albums of the year were super short, like Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish and Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. The album starts off with Woman's World, the lead single in the album opener. It is the female empowerment track that fell flat. Critics slammed its lack of depth, and the chorus, It's a woman's world and you're lucky to be living in it, failed to resonate. The music video didn't help either, coming off as a shallow attempt at feminist commentary. Then track 2 is Gimme Gimme featuring 21 Savage. Easily one of the album's low points, the generic trap beat and lackluster production made it forgettable. 21's feature feels like it could have been on any song, offering nothing new. It sounds like a track from Justin Bieber's Changes, and not in a good way. Track 3 is Gorgeous featuring Kim Petras. A standout, mostly due to Kim Petras' contribution. The trap beat gives the song an edge, and Kim's verse brings in some needed energy. It's braggadocious and fun, even if it's not the most original track. Track 4 is I'm His and He's Mine. Sampling Crystal Waters' Gypsy Woman, it adds some life to the track list. Doechie's feature is solid, and the song has a strong dance beat, but relies heavily on the sample to carry it. Doechie is one of the best rappers out in my opinion. If you haven't heard of her, check out her new project Alligator Bites Never Heal. It's great. Track 5 is Crush. This one goes for an early 2000s techno vibe, but ends up being more forgettable than fun. It's not offensive, but it's not memorable either. The writing was also lackluster and generic. Track 6 is Lifetimes. A dance-filled anthem about Katy's love of her daughter Daisy. It is a sweet personal track, and probably the album's best moment. The pre-chorus, I will love you for a lifetime, is what she says to her daughter and niece. It is a banger, and one of the best songs on the album in my opinion. Track 7 is All the Love. It has a driving techno beat, and it talks about finding a new love after losing an old one. It's pleasant enough, but there's nothing exciting or new here. Inoffensive, but easily forgettable. Track 8 is Nirvana. After All the Love, the sound smoothly transitions to Nirvana, and you don't even notice you have gone into the next song. Nirvana means a spiritual place of perfect peace and happiness, and she uses that to refer to the place the love takes her. But the repetitive chorus drags it down. There's potential, but it doesn't quite get there. Track 9 is Artificial featuring JID. It's a song questioning if the person she's with is real or artificial, but lyrically, the track feels like a recycled version of Katy's 2010 hit E.T. It also has an immaculate JID verse, where he flows up and down with the instrumental. I think JID is one of the most underrated rappers today. Just listen to the Forever Story if you're curious. Track 10 is Truth. It has a bright production, but the subject matter is about her worrying about a significant other cheating and wanting to know the truth, even if it hurts. Nothing revolutionary, but it's a bop. Then is the album closer, Wonder. It has a synth pop and techno vibe, featuring a child singing on the hook. It tries to tug on the heartstrings with its themes of motherhood, but the critics called it saccharine and overly reliant on autotune. The album overall has a consistent sound, but it's up and down quality-wise. Critics were not kind to it. The Guardian gave it 2 stars, saying it wasn't a complete disaster, but it wasn't good either, feeling painfully dated in comparison to more innovative pop albums from artists like Charli XCX and Sabrina Carpenter. NME also gave it 2 stars, calling Woman's World the most disastrous comeback single in recent memory, and saying Katy seemed lost for ideas. 143 has had a generational negative reception, scoring 34 out of 100 on Metacritic. Many criticized the outdated production. They also felt it was flat, forgettable, and formulaic. I have seen a lot of people bash this album all over social media, but in my opinion, it is not the best or worst thing I've ever heard. It has a couple of bops and couple of duds. It's just perfectly mid. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below.